a pretty straightforward run. Let's see. So I'm about halfway done recording videos for all the factions missions. I'm doing them about in order, not really. I did the island, Shinji Island, and then I jumped to the city. Did the first few in the city, and now I'm just starting on a Echovald Forest. Yeah, these enemies are annoying because they're pretty spread out. So if you've been watching the other videos, you know I've been running two mods. The interface mod that you see, you know, this is not standard Guild Wars interface. I designed it myself. I might put a link in the description. It just cleans everything up. And then a second mod I have, it's called in-game missions maps, and it puts a little dotted line on the map. You can see it on the top right hand corner for me to follow during the missions. It's a pretty sweet add-on. Speeds things up, takes away some ambiguity. Some of these missions, maybe not this mission so much, but other missions, having that dotted line is really nice. Yeah, so I'm running a Spirit Spammer. I'm just trying to keep my spirits in the front line, keeping my party safe. Also doing some pretty decent damage, especially if I get that painful bond on there. It pretty much doubles my damage. Yeah, I'm a primary monk, if you can't tell, so it's pretty sweet to be able to do some damage. I mean, monks have Raid Judgment, but I find the spirits are just the best way to go. Yeah, Raid Judgment is, I don't know, it's just too boring, you know what I mean? There's 20 seconds of cooldown, that's not enough. It's not enough casting. Yeah, so if you look at my hero's energy, it looks like they have pretty decent energy. However, Master of Whispers is definitely like a little bit of a buffer to keep them healthy. I find that having heroes that spend a lot of energy is actually really useful. Because if you just waste your time on like solid energy management with heroes that have like just they don't spend very much energy, you know, then you don't get very much like throughput of like damage. I don't know. I like to have heroes that really use their energy. Especially with Blood is Power, it really allows for a really smooth experience. You don't have to have a lot of like downtime between battles, which can be a little bit of a problem with for elementalists on a team. You know, they have such high maximum energy with their energy storage that you know, if every battle they're at 0 energy at the end, you have to wait for like it to recharge up to like 70, so having Blood is Power is nice. Although these heroes do have decent energy management on their own. I guess I'm full of crap. Yeah, I guess they do have like 3 energy management skills on each elementalist bar. 4 actually, if you count Glowing Gaze. Dang, maybe I should regulate a little bit. I don't know. It's working well. So this is a pretty straightforward mission, as usual. Just clearing the cathedral right now. Yeah, these guys really don't stand much of a chance, these enemies. This is not nearly as hard as, like, Tonic-Eye Temple and, Sunjang District. Like, the other missions, like, this is one of the easier missions, I would say. Just because the enemies don't put up much of a fight. And the groups aren't particularly big. So right here, I actually, I guess it's not right here, but right up here, I actually have a little bit of trouble finding the urn. Like, I'm like looking around, it's like collect the urn of St. Victor, but I'm like, yeah, where the hell is that? I haven't done this mission forever. But yeah, I eventually find it. It's like down there a little bit. There we go. Spotted it. Yeah, so I'd say like no matter what you're running, whether it's Elementalist or Mesmers or whatever, you gotta have permanent 33% speed boost. That's not optional. If you think about it, speeding yourself up by 33% like reduces like the downtime, just like the in-between time of like battles and stuff by so much. And you'd be surprised that the little bit of healing regen, I think it's like 11 health a second or something that fallback gives you, that it can actually like really make a big difference with your team, like especially kind of like between battles, or like maybe like those half battles where you're kind of like you're finishing one group, moving on to the next one, but they're already aggroed, you know. It reduces like the downtime and really eases the job for the healer if there's degen especially or whatever. The healing is nice. So I'm running like probably my classic, like most favorite group build for hard mode, with Gwen having soul and speed. Soul and speed is good because it reduces the casting time of anybody it's cast on by 50%, and it reduces their casting speed, but it also reduces the casting speed of your own party. So all those searing flames, they can pretty much just blow whoever it is up, especially if you're calling. I have a mouse macro set up so that if I press like I have this special mouse that has like some buttons on the side. If I press one of the buttons, I have it mapped to cast to force when you can go into like the options, the F11 menu, and like create a macro. It forces Gwen to cast. It's the only macro I use actually. It forces Gwen to cast Soul and Speed. So I just cast it right away when I start a battle, and it just boom, it blows up enemies. It's really great. It's one of those like little back end things that you can, little tricks that you can use to really speed up your game, your macros. If you have a really important skill, I actually haven't done this, but I might do it. I might make a macro for Blood is Power, just so I can like quickly click and like force him without like actually moving my mouse over to his bar to cast Blood is Power. But although he does seem to use it pretty well in zone, like if you look at the energy, like the lowest ones will almost always have like the extra energy regen from Blood is Power. One downside about macros is that you can only command heroes 1 through 3 to use specific skills, at least from a macro. You can also click on their hero bar, but as you can see, mine are like kind of like overlapping. I made my hero menus like opaque. You can see like the labels up in the top left. I made it opaque so I could see what they're casting behind, even though they're the windows are technically stacked up. So I actually can't click those because they're behind like the next menu, you know. So that's why, even though normally I like to group up my heroes, like for example, Gwen is hero 1 and Morgu is hero 6, you know, and they're both Mesmers. Normally I would keep them together, but I like to, or you can't have a macro on heroes 4 through 7. Anyways, yeah, I'm just clearing this area out. It's pretty easy. I'm actually using the urn quite a bit, dropping it repeatedly. It actually gives really good damage reduction. And it's like divided amongst party in range, so if you drop it while you're by yourself, the human player, it'll give you like over 1,000. I think it's over 1,000 like damage reduction or something ridiculous. I think I looked at it one time, which is awesome if you're the tank. If you're like kind of, I consider myself the tank from our team most of the time, because that's how humans work, human players. Although I do like move backwards and try to drop it like near my team for some like the battles. Yeah, so as far as energy management is concerned, if you look at my elementalists, it seems like they're always hovering above around or above 20 energy, which is ideal actually. It's really great. because I mean that's enough to cast pretty much anything, especially Sasuke. He has the group res. He has We Shall Return. It's good to keep him like in the energy just in case, like a panic button, you know, in case like some random like AOE like Spirit Rift or something destroys your whole team. He can quickly plop you back to life if he has enough energy. Yeah, see, if you look at Master of Whisper's health, he'll almost never be at 100% because he's sacking so much. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Blood's Power. You'll never see me running without Blood's Power, or at least Blood Ritual. Yeah, this is a pretty easy mission. I'm pretty much rambling, but whatever. Yeah, geez, the energy. If you look at the energy right now, yeah, they're kind of struggling. I really try to study these videos to try to see like what is going wrong. I would say that this level of energy that the heroes are at is good. Like it's a fair amount, because if they run out of energy, if they ever have like straight up zero energy, then it won't be hardly any time at all before they can at least get a glowing gaze out, you know. And then after glowing gaze, they can usually cast like a Searing Flames. Yeah, so that's 14 minutes 21 seconds. Pretty good. I ended up watching this whole video. Sorry for making you guys like watch it, but I like to get the confirmation of like the mission, and this doesn't come until after the after this whole scene. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Check out some of my other videos. Peace out.
The wards failed, the gate collapsed, and for a while there, I wasn't sure my spell would work. I think, my friends, it's time to leave this place. Agreed. Lead the way. Right. Follow me.
Glad you could make it.
One down, one to go.
Indeed. Come, Master Togo will want to hear that we've recovered the urn. Thank you, Countess.
May the gods watch over you in your pursuits.